Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Dragoon. And heading back here will just take us back to where we already were. Yep, nothing much over there. So, we don't need to worry about it. However, I would like to talk to some people, see if they have anything interesting to say. Revenge? But I didn't do anything! Hey, wait a minute, that's the problem. Right, I didn't do anything. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. How long have I been away from this village? They haven't even mentioned that yet, have they? But obviously he's been away for a little while. He's talking that way. Well, not really. The village is still in shambles. I can see it smoking as we speak. It's not okay. Though I understand why he would need to, console them. They're children. We must help out. Sorry if I went through the dialogue a little too quickly there. Hey, useful. That's helpful. And... oh, there we go. Now, do we get any more? Yeah, that's all we get from you. Okay. Anyway, there's not too much around here. A couple people to talk to. Okay. Now, will it let me go over here first? What's this? If you ever see this, it's usually a good sign because it's usually followed by Stardust. That is the collection idea that we have in the game. Did I play another game where we had to collect things? Ah, yes. Illusion of Gaia. Here, it's the same as Illusion of Gaia, basically. It's 50 Stardust, and Gaia was, 50 red jewels, and it leads to nothing but a side quest at the end. Though it is a very useful side quest, and it does lead to potentially one of the strongest bosses in the game. So anyway, there's that. Let's talk to you. Shamelessly? Why do I care about your feelings? Go away! Yeah, let's talk to you. A guardian living in the limestone cave. Wonder if that'll come up. Master Tasman, I guess. Of course. Well, that's a good thing. Yeah, that's the thing is, if he had resisted, he would have been killed, considering the fact that they killed other random villagers for no reason. Ah, we're going to have a duel. And basically, all this is the tutorial battle, so I'm going to skip it. It's just time-consuming. I can explain everything about the game. I've played it enough times, so... yeah, so this is actually our last time. If you leave town, I don't think he's even here when you go back. He might be, but you might have to do the next sequence. But anyway, that's pretty much all for Celes, whatever the hell the name of this town is. And we get, meanwhile, in the enemy's lair. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Helena Prison. That looks foreboding. Rats. Apparently rats fly. And that is Arshana. They're not being very nice to their guest. Or prisoner. Be good in there. And she sobs on the floor. Though, if I was just sleeping in my little country village and all of a sudden, 20 hours later, I'm on the floor in an army prison, I'd probably would be curled up in the fetal position crying too. And this very, very large man is Frugal. He's not the same guy that we saw earlier on with this man in a hood. It's someone different. The Frugal there is the warden of this prison. Oh, well, that's different. That's not really all that explanatory, though, is it? Meh. And apparently this guy, this man in a hood, has kind of snuck his way into the ranks of the military. As you can see, he's not getting a lot of respect. However, he probably should be getting a lot of respect considering he just brought a very, very large man to his, well, not his knees. He dropped him on his ass without having to do anything. Anyway. Whoa! And this is why Frugal is such a badass. He doesn't care who he kills. If he's pissed and you're near him, you're gonna die. Anyway, this is our world map. As you can see, we don't really get any options. It's straight from one location to another. And this is the very creatively titled Forest. Yay. Nah. A lot of the names of the side areas, you know, there's a prairie and the forest, and none of them are particularly interesting. Yeah, we get bunny-like creatures, I guess. And if you notice, the arrow above my head is blue, and now it is yellow. And based on what we saw in battle, it will get red right as we're about to run into a battle. You lost the squirrel. Do you want to buy something? Let's see, do we need to buy anything? Well, I can explain what some of these items do. Body Purifier nullifies body status ailments, and there are a bunch of status ailments. I'm not going to go through them all now. The only one we'll need to really pay much attention to in the upcoming areas are poison and potentially a little bit of stunning. And stunning is basically stunned like in anything else. You're paralyzed until you get hit. Poison, on the other hand, is just drains 10% life each turn. It's not particularly deadly in this game, but it is there. And we get more burnouts, which we already have some, and charred potions reduce the risk of encounter. I would never recommend using these. You know, Final Fantasy VIII had a lot of flaws, but they introduced Encounter None, which, if you don't have something that completely turns off battles, I don't care. If you have something that turns it off, I'll use it. If you don't, I'm not going to take something that reduces some encounters. Then again, I've heard there's items that do that in Final Fantasy XIII that are quite useful, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I will use them eventually. I wasn't paying attention. Sure. Oh, it was a tutorial. Oopsies! I don't think I need this tutorial. I wasn't reading. I'm fighting a merchant! What do you want to talk about? Attack items damage, attack items element. Oh, there's no music just because we haven't actually got my menu up yet. Anyway, there will be music eventually. Anyway, the attack item, like the burnout there, determined by magic power. Makes sense. 8 elements. I actually wanted to talk about these anyway. Fire and water oppose each other. If you're weak to one, you're strong to the other. Wind and earth, light and darkness. Thunder is unique. And it's kind of unfortunate. Well, it's both good and bad. Just like non-elemental, it basically is non-elemental. It's not strong against anything, and it's not weak against anything. So that's pretty much all there is. There you go. Doubles the damage. Same element halves the damage. It makes sense. Okay. Yeah, the window color will tell you. Okay. Are we done talking, please? Okay, I already know that. You're not helping. I got it. Let me leave, please. I got it. Go away. I did not want to come into this battle. Oh well. I heard enough. Go away. Just seems odd playing a video game and not having any music at all in the background. Oh well. Normally there'd be battle music there. Okay, now also that reset, if you notice my icon above my head is now blue again. It reset that because I actually encountered a battle. And here we get a healing potion. Healing potions will be useful at some point. Now, am I still weak or do I need to... Yeah, see, if you notice my HP there, it's pretty weak. When I get into a fight, I'll use a guarding tactic to basically refill all my HP. And here we get a charm potion, which I will continue to sell later. And here we have confusion. And this is when the music should start, you know, before everything hits up. And it seems to be kind of random how often it works properly. Now, what I want to do is I want to take out the stronger of the... No, I'm going to take out the weaker one first because he's slower. So as you notice that with the window there that shows this enemy's called Trent, it's got a brown color. He's Earth Elemental. This one is Wind Elemental. I am, as Dart, is Fire Elemental, meaning that you're strong against water. However, there are no enemies that have water elements at this point in the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to guard until I gain enough HP to take him down, and so I don't have almost no health going into the next battle. And as you can see, he's slower than me, so I can keep getting HP back. This is one really effective way of getting HP back, even though it is time consuming, especially if you're not near like a save point, which doesn't really help you. There's no tents in this game. But, you know, if you're not near a town or a healing point, which there are some healing points in dungeons, and we'll go over that when the story actually tells us about them, which is kind of odd. The story introduces us to healing points, and they actually kind of write it into the story, which is rather nice. I like that as opposed to, oh, there's a spring here, and for some reason that completely heals you. Sure, why not? And as you notice, stronger defense, I do less damage. So yeah, one thing this does help us do is it will illuminate when monsters have special abilities such as this, and usually they won't use these abilities until they're in the red. Sometimes they'll use them in the yellow, but especially when they're down to red HP, they tend to use their special skills a lot more often, and that's something you want to be aware of and protect yourself against, because certain characters have certain strengths and certain weaknesses. Magic defense is one that Dart does not have in abundance, so he's not particularly good against magic attacks. He's not the worst, but he's definitely not very good either. So there's definitely, you know, a desire to take enemies out and not leave them alive in the red, though there's not much we can do about it right now. Now, if I remember right, going down here gets me to the obvious location here. And some money, 20G. As you've noticed from all of the prices around here, yeah, that pops me just up here. Now, I think I take the top one first. No, I always screw that up. I always go the wrong way here the first time. It's pretty sad. They all just lead to random areas. Of course, this one is the one I wanted to go to get the other burnout. Now, I'm going to run into a battle in mere seconds, so let's see if it's a new enemy or not. Okay, I'm just going to fast forward through that animation. It takes too long. We have a goblin here, which is red elemental. Let's take him out first. I should do less damage against him. I should have taken out the assassin first. Ow! That hurt. Don't do that. It's not very nice. Yeah, you tend to do less damage. I don't think it's half damage. I think it's like maybe 3/4 against your own element. So at least with attacks. With magic, it's a little different. With attacks, it doesn't seem to be as bad. As you can see, utilizing the, guard in order to keep your HP high is a relatively useful tactic. I'm going to try and do as little guarding on screen as possible, but, early parts in the game I'll show off more battles and not worry too much. Now, last time we learned a new addition, and I forgot to go over this at the start of the video. But yeah, so we learned a new one, and technically, as you see, it's got 200% damage. We do more damage. It would be useful to use. However, as you can see, we have 1 through 7 different additions to learn throughout the game. And there's, you can learn up to 99 for all of them. You only need to learn, complete 80 of them successfully in order to max out all the levels. And your final one, the 7th one in Dart's case, it's different for other characters. But in order to learn this one, which is obviously the best one, you need to master, that is, get to level 5, all of the other additions that character has. So you need to complete at least 80 of them, of each, individual edition. So I want to use double slash as much as I can to go through it really quickly, and then I can move on to Volcano, which will do some more damage afterward. Some people will recommend going straight to Volcano, but I don't want to have to go back to double slash later in the game. It's easier to use it now while enemies don't hurt me all that much, especially when I'm gaining levels, relatively quickly. And here we go. Let's go down here. And we have a unicorn dog. Seriously, he just had a horn on his head. See what I mean about merging, I guess real life and non-real life, unless he's like a dog merged with a narwhal. Whatever. This game loves to merge random things together. Reminds me. Reminds you of what, Dart? Oh, flashback time! Hey, look at that, the same one. And Dart guards her with no consequences, I guess? You could have at least finished the flashback. Anyway. Almost through this area. Let's head down here. There's some pretty interesting artwork for this game. The enemies we will run into around here do drop some items, but they're all pretty generic: burnout, healing potions, etc. Anyway, here, as you notice, I don't know why these little dots are here at all times. In most cases, we're on the world map. Let's see if there's a new enemy. Yeah, so these usually indicate that we'll be able to take another direction. As you can see right in front of Dart there's a bit of a path. You may also notice that the world map music has cut out, and that is another glitch of playing this game. It's kind of unfortunate, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time on world maps anyway, so it's not a particularly big deal. Now I'm just going to save real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. And here we are at Helena Prison. So let's enter here and see if we can save Shauna. Might as well. Got nothing better to do right now. And here we get another strange bird creature that is strange. And we get the really awesome looking prison. Told you, some of the artwork around here is just awesome. Others is not particularly interesting, but the game is a lot of fun to play. And Dart's going to hide. Oh boy, where do you think we're gonna go to get in here? Yeah, it's pretty obvious, I know. Well, this game has high points and low points, It'll go and use a really cliched idea, and then in the next, hour of gameplay, you'll find something really unique. It's, a bit of hit or miss like that, but it is a lot of fun, and it's a lot of, there's a lot of interest in playing this game. It's really well respected. It's really a cult classic at this point. Oh, okay. You're going to inspect the load. Now, if we hit the button there when prompted, we can hide behind here. It doesn't matter when we press it. All we need to do is press it before he gets back there. I don't even know what happens if you don't, because I don't think I've ever screwed that up. They give you so much time to do it. But anyway, lower the bridge. Now, and he busts into the back, and we get a free ride in. Timing! At least Dart's timing's better than mine is in Mario. Alrighty then. So, again, with the strange animals, what is that, a Triceratops? A Triceratops pulling the cart? What the hell, game? Where do we find these things? Can you rent them like you do chocobos in Final Fantasy games? Where the hell would you get one of these things? Yeah, you made it alright. Anyway, that's pretty much all the time I have for this part here, so next time we will continue through Helena Prison, or Helena Prison, however you want to pronounce it, and try to rescue Shauna. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.